Hey, it's MK, and I am here to share with you guys the class kit that we put together for the 2024 cruise that we just went on and came back. And this was the kit that we prepared. Well, actually, no, it's the project that Janet and I have prepared for the cruise. And it is completely put together other than this class group photo that I don't have a printer big enough to print off this size. And so Janet was kind enough to do it for me. So it should be here in a couple days. But this is the only piece that I am missing at this time. Now, I do have to tell you guys that mine is out of order based off of the days that we, at each port that we went to. So this is not a completed album by all means. In fact, I am going to be spending the entire month of May working on my 2024 cruise album and trying to get it done. I know I won't get it done, so I will revisit the pages that I don't get done. But right now we just really wanted to share this, and I also want to share my kit with you guys of what I put together for this album, because this particular collection is not available anymore. So we used a little bit of 49 and Market Beached collection, as well as Simple Stories vintage coastal collection, as well as these papers here are from It's a Girl by Echo Park. So a little bit of different things going on, but most of the embellishments and most of the paper are Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Coastal from a couple years back. So I just want to jump in. Like I said, it is completely out of order from with the directions that we put together as far as what we labeled page 1, 2, 3, 4. This is page 1 and probably a couple of them are the same, but you guys would never know that if I didn't tell you that, right? And I do apologize for any glare, but I have all my pictures in place. So this was page 2 and 3 with an insert. Page 2 was dedicated to our cabin. Well, Janet and I realized we forgot to take pictures of our cabin, but I did take pictures of this particular day because what the story that I wrote down was that I got locked out. My key card stopped working, and it worked every day that I went and walked the ship and did all that stuff. Well, on this particular day, which looks to me like it is day 3, because of the outfits that we're wearing. Actually, this isn't day 3, but this looks like day 3. Anyways, I have no idea. No, it's day 5 because of the outfits that we're wearing. Anyways, my key card stopped working. I went up and down the stairs because I just choose to take the stairs 3 times before I finally knocked on the door to see if Janet was awake, and told her the whole spiel of how I've been to the service desk and stood in their line 3 times to get a new card, and they even checked it at the desk that the card was working after the 3rd time, and I go up and it is still not working. Well, Janet gets ready and she walks out the door, and lo and behold, there's a maintenance guy right across the hall working on a handrail, and down the hall a little bit is a manager, and the manager comes over with his all access card, and he can't get it to work. So the maintenance guy's like, yep, sure, I'll get it fixed before you guys come back. No big deal. And it's like, really? I've been going up and down the stairs and up and down the stairs this whole time, and I was exhausted. I had like 10,000 steps before our day even started that day. And then, of course, I printed off this picture. Now, this picture was originally taken in horizontal orientation, or I should say landscape. And so the cool thing about an iPhone is that they create something called stickers from your photos. And so I extracted the piece that I wanted and was able to put it on a white background and go ahead and print it out the size that I needed it, because every time that I tried to rotate it and shrink it, it wasn't working. It wanted to make it into a square. So I was able to do that. And this just shows the we were on deck 7, and then the floor map of where we were, and this is the correct side that our room was located on, because it's 190. And then I left room for journaling. Now I did not, oh, I didn't realize this was bent. I did not journal on every page because I really wanted to get this video recorded and whatnot and ready for you guys for May, because this is what we are going to be doing, because in 2025 we have another cruise coming up. Now it won't be the exact same album, won't even be the exact same colors. In fact, it's going to be a little bit more of an MK style, a little bit more distressed, a little bit of gears here and there. But 2025 is going to be super, super exciting for us to do. And we wanted you guys to be aware of the fact that that is coming up if this is something that you guys are interested in doing. We had a blast. The whole group had a blast. I don't think there was a single person on that boat that did not enjoy themselves one way or the other. So then we have an insert going on here. It's again got the papers in between. We did a little bit of outside of the pocket decorating, like what I like to do. And then all the photos are on the inside, but all of this decoration is on the outside. And then here, all the decoration is on the inside. So I've got a couple photos that Janet and I took. These two are selfies that Janet took and I took by ourselves. And then these are pictures that Janet took of me and I took of Janet, just to show that the balcony wasn't very big in order for us to do like a double, two of us on the balcony, because you wouldn't have been able to see that it was the balcony, right? Because as you can see here, where Janet has it, you can't see the handrail, right? But you can definitely see the Bahamas behind us. And then here, the ocean is calling. And I actually borrowed this picture right here from another scrapbooker on the boat, Kathy. And we shared albums. We shared Apple albums as well as Google albums in order to be able to take our pictures like, oh, I forgot to do this, or oh, I forgot to do that. So then we all shared albums and was able to get the photos that we possibly missed. And then I've got a couple more pictures of us out on the balcony one time or the other. Looks like these two were on the same day as these two here, but they were just different. Like this is Janet looking out into the ocean, and then this was before I took my jacket off to show off the shirts that we made for class. And then here I have, which these are the shirts that we had made for class, so you guys can identify who the instructors are. And we've got our last names printed like baseball jerseys. I thought that was super fun. And then on the chest over on the left side, we've got the logo for Scrappin' on a Ship. And then the t-shirts that were available for the class members was that dark blue as well with the white print, and just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then this is at the back of the boat, and you can see the wake of the back of the boat. It was just beautiful. I tried to wake up every morning and catch the sunrise. That is my favorite part of the day. So yes, that was super fun. And then next up, this was actually page 12 and 13 of the with an insert of our album, but I moved it because this part here was our first port, and I thought it was fun because it says good times at sea, and it was really super windy, so we went with it by grabbing onto the ship's wheel and pretending like we were being blown away. So at first we were trying to stand there all nice and pretty and whatnot, and then we got into it, and the photographer thought it was so fun. So we did that. And then this was our very first meal with everybody at the table. So this was day 1. And we've got everybody sitting at the table, all of our table mates and everything that we got to enjoy dinner with almost every night. And I say almost because we went and tried out some of the other restaurants as well on certain days. And then this one right here was formal nights. So not a lot of people were at our table at the same time on formal nights, but there we are. And then here we've got, this was another pocket page that we did. This is all on the outside, and then the paper is just the back side of this 6x4 cut apart sheet. And so then we've got some stuff on the inside and some stuff on the outside, so that's super fun. I took only 2 pictures of my drinks that I had, but I only had mocktails. I never had Well, I had a few alcoholic beverages, but not at dinner time. I only drank mocktail. So I had a mocktail Mai Tai and a mocktail, what is it called? Pina colada, I think is what this is called, but it's got something inside it. So it wasn't a true pina colada. I don't remember what that was. And then on the 6th day, our waiter actually sang us a little song. So he brought out all this harmonica and it's like a thing. I don't know what that's called, a shaker thing, and his guitar. And so he played a song for us, and it was great. Then he walked around all of his tables and sang the song. It was perfect. Here is a picture of our waiter as well as the waiter's assistant. And then this is me and Janet, and then me and Sandy. So I really like that I got those two photos. And then the last 2 nights, we did like the staff, the wait staff actually did like a conga line going through so we could thank them for their service and all that stuff. And then the next one, we had to join them. So that was pretty fun too. And then of course they have this on the table in case we forgot what their names were. So that is there. This one right here, I honestly think this is 8 and 9 as far as page wise goes. And then there's a little insert, a 6x6 insert for page 8 and 9. And then this one here is on day 3, and we ended up getting our excursion canceled, and so we of course brought, let me see, we came back and decided that we were going to get wet anyway, so we hopped into a jacuzzi. And then walking the deck, I noticed that on this same deck where this jacuzzi is, these are the boys and girls bathrooms, which I thought were pretty cool because it's, you know, boys and girls in their swimsuits. And then all these fun little signs, you know, no food in the pool. And then it's got this cute little comment down below. Surfaces may be slippery, and then another cute little comment. And then same with running or jumping, and you can't catapult, pole vault, or teleport. Which I thought was hilarious. I should have switched those two because that one was my favorite. But this one really goes well, plus the blue brings in the blue of the pool. So that's why I didn't do a big giant green one. And then here we have the 6x6, and this one is again same day. So we're relaxing in hammocks out on Coco Cay. And so I've got Janie, Janet, and Janet sitting right there, and then I'm in the purple. So these two are dark blue, and then Janet's in a light blue, and I'm in a purple with little flip-flops and Hawaiian shirt. And then the next one is a little bit of shopping. And this is us going I want to say almost every night you could go and get a bracelet. And it's just a little rope bracelet with a charm in the middle. And so you had to be there at a specific time to get the bracelet, or they ran out. And plus it only lasted for so long. So we were there. I think I only went there twice because I was busy doing other things. And then this, I wanted to share with you guys. I did decide to do some flip-flops. This is something that close to my heart sold back in the day. I'm not really sure if Stampin' Up! Is going to pick these up or not. I've heard rumor that they are, but I'm not really sure. But it is definitely something that I enjoy doing to get a lot of photos on one page, is adding flip-flops. So I did that to this page right here because I was obsessed, which is what this word says right here, with this slide. I really, really was. So this page here, everything's on the inside except for the word obsessed is on the outside. This is the underbelly of where the slide ends, which is 16 stories up. So you have to go on to the 16th floor. Actually, no, it's only 10. I apologize. It goes from the 16th floor down to the 6th floor. That's where that is. At nighttime or in the dusk time, it lights up. So I got the lights here and here for this one. This piece will go right here and flip up so you get to see both sides of it. And we're still docked. This was actually first thing in the morning. No, it wasn't. When did I take these? Because I see an island. This must have been first thing in the morning before everybody was awake, but we were getting docked or planning on docking. These are the rules and instructions on how to ride the slide. Now this is a dry slide. It's not a wet slide. But it still had 2 slides like this one here does. Janet's cut apart, and I love these guys. the palm trees. And then this is the front of it without the lights. So with the lights and without the lights, I thought those were kind of cool to see together. And then another picture of the underbelly of the slide itself, which I thought was super cool. It was a great slide. And then of course I will be doing pictures of when Joni and I slid down it. I just need to get the pictures from Joni that she took when we walked up the stairs, because this is actually the backbone of the fish. And so she took a picture of me standing next to it, and I think a picture of the other two gals that rode with us, Bonnie and Tammy. So I just wanted to get those as well before putting the layout together. And then here is day 3. Now I didn't do all the days for this. This is day 3, but this is also day 10 and 11. So again, out of order with another insert. Now this insert is a pocket insert. So I did put in the excursion that we went to on this day. Actually, this is Nassau. So this one is the one that got canceled. Yeah, this one got canceled. And then here are little inserts for like your Seek Pass is what this is. This holds like credit card size little things and whatnot. So I just didn't know where my Sea Pass is at this moment in time. So as soon as I find it, it'll go in there amongst other things, right? And then it just says sail away down in here. And then right here is day 3. This is day 2, but this is day 3. So I need to move this actually. The two boats were parked next to each other at the same port. This is a cool sign that I believe Kathy also took a picture of. And then I took a picture of this, but Janet also took one that was very similar. But if you go and see the names down at the bottom of who took the photo, I was impressed that that's my photo. Because normally Janet does photos like that. I don't think to remember to do that. And then there's this cool one here that I also took with the beach chairs and umbrellas looking out into the water. So that was pretty cool too. And then over here I've got some signs, and this one here actually tells you to go to the shore excursion and then the snorkel shack, which is where we needed to go to pick up our snorkel gear after we were supposed to go on a kayak ride. But we weren't able to do that, which is what I thought this was. But it's not. This is Coco Cay. I guess you didn't get little tickets like this to do that, but we tried to snorkel 3 different times and we only got to do it once. So anyways, because I was sad that we didn't get to be in the water, we went in, we put our feet in the water, even though our excursion was canceled. And I've got lots more to tell of what we ended up doing other than going into the jacuzzi. Here we are. This is also Coco Cay, so this is also day 3. And so I've got a picture of the whole island right here. There's also this really cool sand castle that's got a bunch of different ocean animals and whatnot. This was somebody else's photo. I can't remember if it was Janet's or Kathy's. This is my photo. This was my photo as well, because we found a little trail that took us from quickly from one beach to the next without being on the main path. And so I thought that that was pretty cool, and I love taking pictures of the path, as well as this picture right here of the people in front of me, which is Janie and Janet, and then in between, you can barely see her shoulder, is the other Janet. And so it was just a really cool tree-covered path, and people going both directions. And then this is on the pier, heading onto Coco Cay, and so they took a picture with the boat on there, and the photographers are all set up based off of the lighting and whatnot. And then over here is where we were headed to the excursion, or we were headed from the excursion. That's why this looks like a road, because lots of little ATVs and things drive on this to get from one, the employees, to get from one area to the next fastly or quickly. And then this, we decided after a very long day and it got a little windy, that we took a tram back to the boat, and Janie took this picture and Janet took this picture of all of us. And then these were cute, fun signs that we saw, and this is another little insert that we did in class. And these are just the cutest little signs because it says don't feed the animal, and then there's a funny little saying underneath. No jumping, another funny little saying. Do not enter, another funny little saying, instead of just always being so strict. So I thought that that was super cute. Again, these pictures are not mine. They belong to somebody else. I think Janet or Janie took these pictures, to be honest, or Janet did. One of these two girls that we are with took those pictures. Super fun. This one here is page 6 and 7. I know, totally out of order. But here I've got another flip flap, and this is when we finally, this is day 5 now. So we've jumped ahead quite a bit. Day 4 was just cruising, so we actually taught class that day. So I'll have a scrapbook about the classroom and whatnot, or a layout about the scrap room and teaching and things like that. And then also, yes, this is day 5 where we finally got to snorkel. So I took pictures from the boat. This one is Kathy's picture from what boat she was on. And then I'm not sure who took this picture. It was either Kathy, because it looks the same as this shore right here. So I'm assuming that's Kathy. And then this was us on our catamaran. And so I took a picture of the shoreline and then a selfie. And then I invited Janet to take the selfie with me. So I've got that. And then here are a couple more photos. This one is also from our catamaran, and that is the excursion shack where you go and actually sign up for your excursion. Not sign up, but sign in to your excursion. This one is this guy is our captain, and I thought it was pretty cool because he is driving back to the island, and so we got to see our boat. This is a small little structure. I didn't really ask what it was, but it's not from the boat or on the excursion. It's actually as you're walking to the pier, you see this structure, and I just love seeing things like this. You know, I don't want to call them abandoned, but you know, displaced buildings and things like that. I also did another flip flap. This one will open this way. And so from the water, using my underwater camera, I took a picture of the island, and then there's our boat right there in the picture. You guys can barely see it, but up close and personal is, you can see it. And then here we've got a picture before we got wet, and then these 3 pictures are after we got wet and we're on our way back. We had punch rum for those that wanted it. Janet ended up with 2. But she gave it to a younger couple that was in front of us, sitting in front of us. And then the selfie on our way from, you know, we were headed out. And that's what these 2 pictures are. That's why you can see the boat behind us instead of in front of us. Okay, and then here, I believe this is also Kathy's photo. I don't really remember. I'd have to look that up. But this was another sailboat. It was a sail and snorkel excursion. That a couple other friends of ours, Debbie and her husband and friends, all went on this boat. And then this, if I know you guys can't hardly see it, but all the little bobbed heads up here are us snorkeling. I don't know if I'm anywhere in that picture, but I just thought it was a super fun photo, seeing all these little heads in the picture and everybody sitting there. And then I took a picture of Janet, which is actually the same picture. So here's Janet and all the little heads are over here. And I cut the picture in half and put it in 2 separate spots. So that way, because I just couldn't part with any part of that photo. I love this picture of Janet taking a breather from snorkeling in there. Now the reason why I haven't put my flip flaps on my actual pages yet, because they do go on the outside of my album, is because I don't have the rest of my book put together yet. So I don't want to commit if I'm still going to be moving pages around. So that is one of the reasons why they are not put on any of the pages just yet. Plus I really wanted to share with you guys what it looked like. Now in all honesty, this did not look like this. This layout actually had 2 pictures going up and down, and then I believe these were 3x4s, 3 3x4s going this way, and 2 4x6s going this way, and none of my photos matched that. And if I changed them, then I wouldn't get this I wouldn't get what I wanted out of these photos. So I manipulated this page to work for my photos, even though the photo mats were already down. I really do like how this page turned out. And then of course the flip flap's going to make it even more interesting. So next I do have, this one here is pages 5 and 6. Nope, 4 and 5. Sorry, I'm a little off. 4 and 5 for these two pages here. If you're going off of, you know, in order of which ones we were doing. And these are snorkel photos. So these two pictures were from Janet's GoPro. And then this one is from my underwater camera. So, and then we just decorated. And then this one's also, it's another picture of Janet saying hi. And I couldn't leave it out. I just had to add that in there. And again, no journaling just yet. I made another one of these pages. Now we didn't make 2 in class. I just happened to make another one. And what I did, again, somebody else took this photo, which I believe is Kathy, of all of our little heads bobbing up in the water of us snorkeling. Then another island photo, which again, I'm not sure if this is Kathy's photo or mine. And then Janet took a selfie of her pointing to the boat as we were headed out to snorkel. And then here I added the photo of, before we left the room, I took pictures of the 2 tickets that we finally got to use for our excursion. So it took us till day 5. We signed up for an excursion every day, and we only got to do our first excursion and our second excursion on day 5 and day 6. So yes, it was quite interesting to finally get to do an excursion, and we were super excited about it. So I had to take a selfie with our actually used tickets. The other tickets weren't used. And then here are some more snorkel photos with 3 other page flip flaps, because there was just so many I did not want to go without. So this one here is from my underwater camera. This one is from Janet's GoPro, and this is me, this is Janet, this is mine, this is Janet's GoPro as well, and then she's got several other photos. So this will all go like this once I find out what order these pages are going to go in. So I've got them flipping, and then this will flip this way, this will flip this way, and this will flip this way once I get them all on my layout. So that way I've got just an interesting, you know, stair step instead of all of them flipping one direction. I like doing that. Plus, when I get these 2 down, these 2 will be down like this, and then this one will actually be underneath, and it'll close like that. So when you close the page, it'll hold these 2 closed so they don't flop over as you're flipping the page. Does that make sense? So that's why I have them like that, so that this works as a little clasp. So super fun. I love the fact that we both got underwater cameras. I didn't realize this one was covering my face, so I might have to change that shell a little bit if I can. And last page, this is page 16. We have pocket pages. So I've got my used tickets for the snorkeling that we just did on the other side. And then we've got a map of Labadee, a map of Coco Cay, an invite, a VIP invite to the art gallery. And then this was a super fun table gift that Kathy made us, Kathy Carr, full of awesome goodies. It really was. And so I put that in my little giant pocket as well. And yes, that is our album for the 2024 cruise that we went on. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get the picture right here. It's going to be the class photo, so everybody that attended in class will be on my page, and I just absolutely love it. I just don't have it yet. And then of course we showed everybody how to adjust for not having photos. You know, leaving strips of it of wax paper and whatnot underneath your sticky stuff, or if you're using dots like this, foam dots that have adhesive on one side, leave the paper on it so it doesn't get on your photo mat before you're ready for your photos and stuff like that. And it just made putting this album together that much more simpler. And then of course, once I was done, I actually adhered everything to the pages and stuff. I committed, basically. All right, so now I want to really quickly go through the kit that I picked out to finish this album. Now, will I get it done in May? Probably not, especially a couple of the things I would like to spend a little bit more time on. So those things aren't part of this album. Like, we did a huge pirate theme in Nassau, and to be honest, this isn't the kit that I would use for the pirates. Plus, I've got a ton of pirate embellishments and things like that that are available in the shop that I wanted to use. Well, they're not available in the shop right now, but they will be when I get to building those pages. So yeah, I definitely wanted to focus on this kit at the moment, and then the specialty stuff later, right? All right, so I will be right back with... Okay, you guys, so first thing I just wanted to share with you guys, this is my organizer that I have in the shop. So there it is. And it's 3-tiered, like that. Okay, so I've got a space for the 12 by 12s, the 6 by 6s, and then 3 by 4s, right? Or well, 4 inches, I should say, but it's a little smaller than 4 inches because these ones don't really fit in there. I have noticed, I thought that they were 4 inches. I could have sworn they measured at 4 inches, but they're not. Yeah, they're over 4 inches. But some packagings I've realized don't fit in there. They're nice to have because they're not too deep for these smaller pieces and whatnot. So I wanted to share with you guys that first before I set it off to the side and start pulling from the kit to share with you guys. So I'm going to start with my leftovers. Even though it says Janet on it, it's mine. So these are all the leftovers that I have from making the pages at class. So I have full-size sheets of paper left, little scraps in here, pretty big pieces of paper. I have 2 full sheets, plus a couple pieces of white cardstock. I don't know if everybody else ended up with this much white cardstock or not. I'm not sure, but I've got lots of scraps in here that are still very, very usable throughout my album. I did keep all the packaging so that way I know if I use it, I'm able to tell you guys what it was. We've got some corrugated paper in here, and then the embellishments I combined all in one little envelope. So not very many embellishments. Unless you're not very, unless you didn't use all the embellishments. Now I do have some of these kits left over that will become available in the shop in May. I just kind of wanted to wait until this video went live before putting these kits in here, and then I get asked a whole bunch of questions about these kits. So this kit covers the album that I just showed you, all the scraps that you have left over, plus all the directions and video content showing you guys how to put the album together. If you guys are interested, I have very few left, but I'll put the link down below once it goes live in May. Okay, it's going live May 1st. All right, next up I have this kit purchased here, which is the Artistry Sunburst kit. These are the what they call foundation packs. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, the fronts and the backs of each, and 2 of each color. So I can use either side of these for my solid papers or my, what are they called? Cardstock pieces, right? So I have those. And then I also picked out the pattern papers here. And so on the other side, I've got the cut apart cards, the sun-kissed memories, and all of these really cool tropical things here. Probably the word summer won't get used because this is in February, but you never know. So in case you guys haven't seen this Sunburst kit, now I have to tell you guys right off the bat that I do have this kit available in the shop right now if you guys are interested in this kit. Now I don't remember what all comes in the kit, whether or not it's everything I'm going to show you or a little bit more, a little bit less. I do not remember. I just know that it is the 49 & Market Vintage Artistry Sunburst collection that is available in the shop, and I think it's on sale. I don't remember, but this sunburst and all these little spots, oh my god, this is so fun. And on the other side is like a scalloped yellow. And then I've got this gorgeous piece. Oh my gosh. So cool, you guys. And then this, look at this. Do you guys see all the little leaves and things? Absolutely amazing. Here is this fun piece. Just awesome, you guys. And then a nice black dot. Okay. This actually says Long Island. But I love this part. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go faster through these papers. Ship in a bottle. Oh my gosh, I love this. Love it, love it. Oh, look at that. So pretty. And then don't forget all of the branding strips too that are super, super fun. Here's a nice pink piece for somebody else. Oh my. Woo. Here's one of those psychedelic, what are those called? Pineapples. But it's a good green, right? You don't really need to see the pineapples or anything. It's a good green piece. And then this is that random definition piece. I love it. I think it is so fun. And then this beautiful blue with all of the, what are these called? Postage stamps. And then this gorgeous blue map paper. Okay, so that is some of the other papers that I have. And then I have the Ultimate Page Kit that I haven't even, oh, I did take it out. So I took it out and I put it in here so it would stay together because the, what is it called? The pockets that they come in don't fit in my other style of organizers by different manufacturers. They fit in mine, but they don't fit in my other ones that I had before mine came out. So just thought I'd let you guys know that. So I took it out so it would fit nice and neat. But it does come in one of those plastic pockets that are great for page kits. Hang on to them, don't throw them out. So this one comes with dots, enamel dots, really cool twine, and these little paper clip or clothespins and buttons. Oh, and those little clips. I love those little clips. But what I do is I take them apart and be able to flatten them so that way they're not so bulky in my layouts. But I also like to put them at the top of my layout so they kind of stick out like a bookmark, depending on you know, whether or not I want to mark that page for easy viewing. And it looks like a little cording, little bows of cording in there. This is the self-adhesive chipboard piece, and it says Splash right here. Lots of good things going on there. Then you get a lot of laser cut pieces. These look like tire tracks. Love those. I love their faux twine and stuff because it looks real, but it's not bulky. Here is another one. Let's make a, and then you got the word splash. So fun, fun. This one here is another splash, but it's not in chipboard. And what I love about this is even though if you do choose to make the 4 pages that come in this kit, you still have tons of leftovers to continue to play with. I love that about these, that they didn't give you just enough to do those pages and then you were done. These are layering pieces. Okay, and then these are the layouts. So this one here is the base page without having all of the stuff on it. And then if you just want to put your photos on it, here is a completed page for you. And then I don't know when they started, but they do actually have all 4 of the completed pages for you to reference to if you want the layering and build it up on your own. But how did you know any of this stuff was on there if you don't see it? Like they covered it all up. Ah, but it's so cool. Pool, wet, swimming, splish, splash. I love that. Okay. And then here is another one. Oh, I love this one. It is one of my favorite. I think it's upside down though because the words are upside down. And then flip it over and look at that. All these little film strips that you get to do. I love this. Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay. Then there's this rainbow one, and you flip it over, and there's the completed layout. And another rainbow one. This could actually be a double pager. Flip it over. Oh, it does have one. And this is what it looks like, especially with the splash. Let's make a splash. And then this can be your chipboard, or it can be your paper that you have, your laser cuts. And then this is all 4 of them for you to reference on the back sheet, or cover sheet, I should say. Okay. So, and it's nice that they do this for you, so you can reference it if you want to build and have that, I don't want to say lump and bump, but have a 3D look rather than a flat look, right? So it's all personal preference entirely. So I'm not going to put this back in the packaging because I want to break into this. I really do. All right. I have a few other things that are in my large pouch because the packaging is a little bit wider than 6 by 6 or 6 inches wide. So I have a few other things, and it's all embellishments. From here on out, it's all embellishments. But first, in this awesome pouch that Kathy gave us, this is what all her goodies came in. Oh my gosh. And it was perfect for me to keep all of my memorabilia in here. So in here, I have the bracelets that I went and got, postcards, receipts, shells that I picked up. I bought patches. I bought a magnet that I plan on disassembling. I have a bracelet from a museum we went to, the bag from the same island that the museum was. It's really big on pirates. Well, actually, all of them were really big on pirates because I never associated Pirates of the Caribbean in the Caribbean. I know, it's super weird, but it took me a hot minute to realize that, probably after the cruise was over, to grasp the concept. Okay, so here are lots more sunburst papers going on here. I have the cluster kit, which again is the same thing. You can build these 4 clusters if you choose to, but there is so much more in this kit than just those 4 embellishments. Oh, I love how the sticker comes off and it's not sticky. Love it. All right, here it comes. And I will be putting these back in because the laser cut, sometimes they come out too easy and they're so delicate. So here I have, and these I'm going to put in here as soon as I'm done sharing with you guys what's in here. So more enamel dots. Now I've got 2 different colors. I love that. And then I also have more clothespins, more buttons, and more cording. So it's a different color cording. How fun. And then these are the chipboard pieces, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So I've got that. These are the layering pieces. Nice big size. You can use them as photo mats. You can use them as big giant layering. You can even use them as journaling strips. And then these are all the laser cut pieces. So when you open it, it's actually 12 by 6 or 12 by 12. Folded in half. So some big, some small, but all beautiful. Love it, love it. Here we go. Lots of goodies going on here. And then this is the cut apart, no waste packaging. So it's the cut apart. And normally what I do is I check to see if I want to build these first before diving into the cut aparts is normally what I do, because I do like to reference some of these ones that they have, but I never know. I absolutely never know whether or not I'm going to do the kit as it intends or not. All right, so I'm going to put these back in, but I'm not going to put the bulky stuff back in because it does make for a lot of bulk in my pockets. Now I also have to tell you guys that even though I have a ton of stuff, I probably won't be using all of it for sure. And I love the fact that it's not stuffed. Like I have room to move around in here. Nothing is jam-packed and stuffed in this little container. I also have the film strips for the sunburst. I love these colors, you guys. Look at this blue and green. That is to die for. I love these. Okay, so I have those. And then I have the ephemera bits all right in there. 123 little pieces for me to tuck and weave into places. I can't wait. So as I start opening these and actually getting to work with them, I'll have little trays out in front of me and be able to organize them by size and type. So it'll make it easier for me to work with. But right now they are stashed right here. But I will be opening those. So I'm going to go with the first 6 by pocket. I can't really call it 6 by 12. It's just a 6-inch wide pocket. I have this branding strip that was left over from my Wherever collection because I think it's going to go okay with my collection, even though it is on the darker side. I have a ton of dusty attic stuff that I have been collecting. So I've got one that's more for scuba diving, a lighthouse, just lots of beach themed, and all the pockets have the dusty attic in them. I just was obsessed with collecting the dusty attic stuff. I've got a little bit of decorative brads left over from Simple Vintage Coastal. Now I had a lot more stuff as well, but I chose not to put it in here because I already used it on my layout and I really didn't want 2 or 3 of the same embellishment, especially when this boat with the flowers and the palm tree was in almost every type of collection. It was in their chipboard, it was in their die cuts, now it's right here. So I really did not want to constantly keep using the same things, and so I'm just mostly going to focus on the Sunburst collection. I also have the page pieces, but inside with these page pieces, which I think I used some of these, I don't remember, I have my leftovers of the 49 & Market Vintage Artistry Travel Beached collection. So just a few pieces, but I did bring those in because I feel like they're a good mix, even though they're softer than the Sunburst collection. I think that they'll help me incorporate the Simple Stories stuff with the Sunburst collection. I have the chipboard words in case I don't want to bring in any of my thickers. I've got all these words to play with. Again, once I start using them, I'll bring out trays and be able to separate them because there's tiny words in here as well as large words to work with. Okay, and suns. I see a bunch of suns. Okay, and then here I've got some more laser cut pieces, and I'm not going to take them out because again, these just fall right out of the packaging, you guys. They really do. So I'm going to hold it up and share with you guys what is in this pack. Just full of goodness, full of goodness. 108 pieces, butterflies and banners and icons, ocean icons, and twine, the faux twine with no bulk. You get the twine with no bulk. So I'm going to put these back really quick before I share the last thing because I have 2 of these. I've got the exact same one. Oh, and I've got one more thing. I've got 2 more. I've got 2 of them because who can't have enough flowers, right? I know that the package in the shop doesn't have 2 of these, but I needed 2, especially the leaves. I feel like I never have enough leaves in any collection. I just really can't. There's only 70 in here, but all very useful. All of it. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So I did end up with 2 of those. And then the last thing I have is also from 49 & Market Vintage Artistry Travel Beached, is this washi tape. So this is a full 6 by 12 strip of washi, and then on the other side these are all cut out, so it's not one strip of washi, it's actually a sticky backed washi on a sheet, and you peel off each little piece and use it wherever you want. You can use it on a photo, you can use it as a background, as a mixed media page, anything like that. So I really wanted to bring that out, and I'm shocked I haven't used it yet, but again, I've been hoarding knowing that this vacation was coming, right? All right, my next 6-inch box of goodies, more dusty attic stuff. I've got bubbles, as well as this ship's wheel, which I think is going to be super fun to play with. I also have this Vintage Artistry Travel Beached rub-on. Now these ones have been opened, so I have used some things from this collection, but not a lot. You know, like I've used this one here and no words. So again, it helps me bring in the soft with the rest of these pieces. So I can't wait to use them. Super excited. And still shocked I have it left over. More Dusty Attic. These ones are seaweed. Okay. From Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Coastal, I have the foamy words left over. Okay. And then another Dusty Attic that has this cool net, a frame, all the little beachy things going on. Super fun. Super, super fun. Okay, so I'm going to start with this corner here. I've just got a piece of white cardstock that I stuck in there at the very last minute. This is all Dusty Attic. So seaweed, seaweed, seaweed. A little, I don't know if I'll use this or not, but it's a seahorse, and it's a mechanical seahorse. It doesn't really go with the collection, but I threw it in here because that's what I've been hoarding it for. A different type of seaweed, more maybe called kelp. More seaweed, smaller little portholes, 3 small and then another size up, which I thought was fun. Actually, I think I split this package with Janet or somebody. I can't remember because I know it fit in here and it doesn't come like this. It actually came with a whole other side sheet. So I think I split that with somebody. And then these Ocean Waves, yeah, Ocean Wave is actually in the shop. So this I know is in the shop. So yeah, just to let you know, the next one that I have in here, this was gifted to me by a subscriber. And so I have this awesome little net going on here that matched the colors in this collection beautifully. So I added that for some texture. You can't always use faux stuff. I got another Dusty Attic that I it's something new that they're trying, and so that's why it's not in the packaging. They sent it to me to see if I would like it, and it matched all the rest of my beachy stuff. So I have that. I've got some Bramble Fox seagulls, but I almost forgot about my seagulls. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use, or use a good mix of both of them. So I do have both birds available to me. And then also from the shop, I have my sand pieces. They're actually called sprinkles. So sandy sprinkles, tropical sprinkles, summer fun sprinkles, because I got ice cream pictures of us, a couple ice cream pictures, summer sprinkles, super fun, and then shell sprinkles. Okay. So I have those all, and they're still available in the shop if you guys are curious. Now I don't have everything because I did use some stuff and I need to get some more. This one here is another one from the shop. I just took it out of its packaging prematurely. But I think this is retro. I think this one's called retro. I can't remember. Retro something. I'm sorry, you guys. I make up stuff all the time as I go along. So yes, I have those pieces. And then I have mocktails and cocktails. Here, I'm also going to be bringing in my beach geotags and my beach tokens. And then I've got 2 more things from Bramble Fox. I want to use this Ocean Waves. Not the lighthouses, but maybe the Ocean Waves. And then I have this one here. It says welcome aboard, a couple more portholes, an anchor, some more ships, and then another life preserver. So that is my kit that I will be using for the month of May. I'm just going to stick these in here really quick. So that way my bulky stuff, and then like I said, as I open them, I'll have trays all up in front that everything's all separated on and everything like that. I will be working in my album, just not everything. You guys, I'm not going to start from page 1 and go on. I'm just going to do random so I don't get bored, and try to use up this kit. And then, of course, like I said, I've got some specialty, like all my pirate stuff. I want to use something different on. I've got a bunch of pirate stuff from the shop as well as from Disney. I've got a couple pirate things that I would like to incorporate, some pirate papers and things like that. So that'll be different. And then, of course, there's a couple other things like the Rising Tide bar might be a little bit different. Even though I've already done one page from that, I'd like to do a companion page next to it, because I actually took pictures of it going down, and you got to see the floor going up above us, right? And so I thought that would be kind of fun to do a companion page to the page I already did. And so in order for that, it needs to match, right? Or at least use similar to papers. And then there was a couple other things that I didn't necessarily want to use all this beach stuff for, because it's not all beachy. It really isn't. So anyways, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You're going to hear a lot about the cruise for the next month. The one that I went on and the one that is going to be happening in 2025. It is still in February. It's almost the same exact days in February for 2025. So if you guys are interested, the link is down below for Cruise and Crop for you guys to go and check it out and get prices and dates and ports and all that good stuff from there. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll check you guys all later. Bye.